boys and girls. Welcome to a special, and we're going to call recurring edition of Rimshots with Sean. My guest, Chuck Boudreau, and you guys will know Chuck because he has that wonderful show that he's doing up in Cape Breton. Chuck, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much.
So here's our concept. Our concept is we want to get enough East Coast exposure to people. So you and I are partnering because you get your finger on that pulse. So the idea is you're going to throw us some up and comers, some people that are doing some stuff, and you're going to give us some background, and we're going to highlight them a little bit. So without any further ado, who do you have for us?
Well, I've got a few different artists I want to talk about, and then probably a few different special events that are happening. One of the artists I want to talk about is Dylan DeVoe. He's of the Sydney area. He's doing a number of shows throughout Cape Breton this summer and into the fall. He's a singer, songwriter. He's multi-instrumental performer, lead guitarist in the group called Pirate Jenny. He's a bass player for both Colette DeVoe and her band, and as well Alicia Penny's band, and also a host of the guitar show. He's a dad. He's now a solo artist with a debut album. It's called Words and Sound. He's teamed up with another Cape Breton-based band out of Dartmouth. They're called the Ryan Rideout Band, and they have an event coming up on June 15th. So Dylan and Ryan's band are going to be at the Northern Yacht Club in North Sydney for a 7 p.m. show. It's $20 per ticket, and Dylan and Ryan, they make up the band called Pirate Jenny. So that's where they work together. More information about the June 15th show you can get at the Northern Yacht Club Facebook site, or you can go onto either the groups or the social media sites of either Dylan DeVoe or Ryan Rideout. So that's what's going on with Dylan. Recently, I was off to St. John's, Newfoundland, where I went there for some other work, but I had an opportunity to get together with a few different artists from there. One of the artists I got together with was Sherry Ryan, who was very well known in Newfoundland and growing her name across the East Coast. She was actually heading off to Nashville. She's a country artist, and she was heading off to Nashville the very next day to do a little bit of relaxing. However, she was hoping to put in a show and to maybe spend some time with some performers and some songwriters there to grow a little bit more of her base. So Sherry Ryan, let's keep an eye on her for might be up and coming. Also got together with a group called Quote the Raven. And Quote the Raven is a couple of individuals that if you ever hear them, it's their harmony that just absolutely amazes me. It's Jordan and Chris or Kirsten rather, and they are a Newfoundland-based band, but they're now spreading a lot internationally. They're actually getting ready to head back to Australia for another tour that they're doing there and doing a little bit of work for them in Australia, I should say. Got together with a lady by the name of Carolina East. Now, Carolina is working a little bit as well with Chris Ryan. I had a chance to talk to the two of them. They're putting some music together, and Carolina has an album that's ready to release and getting ready to release, I should say. So we'll keep an eye on her. And as well, Andrew Rogers of Fairgale, and as well Stephen Green of Fairgale. Had a chance to talk to them individually. I've shared some videos up on my YouTube channel called East Coast Hour of Quote the Raven and my visit with them. I have something ready to go for Stephen Green as well from Fairgale, a performance that he did at a bar called Green Sleeves. And Stephen was great to spend some time and chat with me, but also to share one of his original songs. Fairgale is the name of the band that both Andrew and Stephen are in together, and they are a fabulous group. We featured them a number of times on East Coast Hour. Also to share some other artists that are up and coming and music that you should know about. Destiny Dawn, I've had on the show here a few weeks ago. Destiny Dawn is the daughter of one of the members of Hearts of Kin. She is Shelley Tobin's daughter. And Destiny Dawn put out a brand new single and a music video to go along with that. And she is up and coming. She's doing a lot of work with the duo group of Hearts of Kin and doing some recording in their studio. She's often seen playing around town in the Sydney area. She's serenading in local coffee shops. But she also can be playing with the band as well when she has her own downtime. And she is recording that first studio single with Hearts of Kin in their studio. There are a few events that are coming up that I think people should know about. There is a great lineup that is taking place for the George Street Festival. Now, I've been to George Street now. I can officially say that I've been there and visited some of the establishments there to see the performances. But they have the George Street Festival, which I've never been to. I'd love to go to, but that takes place August 1st to the 7th. Great lineup. And I'll just list some of the performers that are going to be there. Matt Mays is planning on being there on August 2nd. There is the Kitchen Party featuring Celtic Connection and the Masterless Men with the Punters. That's going to be on the 3rd of August. Down with Webster's going to be there. Neon Dreams, Loud Luxury, Our Lady Peace. Great lineup of performances. So if anybody was interested in checking out the George Street Festival, they're going to be in St. John's. Go to georgestreetlive.ca to learn more information. Also, I just had a chance to get together with Michelle Farrow, who is the Director of Recreation, Marketing, Tourism, and Culture for the town of Port Hawkesbury. And some of your viewers may know about the Granville Green, which is a Sunday night free concert that takes place in Port Hawkesbury each Sunday. Now, this year it's happening between July 7th and August 11th. A great lineup of performers. It's all kicking off on the 7th with opening act Jen Shepherd, and following that up with the headliner of Heather Rankin. Now, Heather Rankin was part of the Rankin family group, and they were the part of the group that brought the largest audience to Granville Green, about 8,000 performers a few years back, or a number of years back. We're hoping to kind of raise that amount as well in Port Hawkesbury again. On July 14th, John Mullane will be there as the headliner with opening act Evans and Doherty. On July 21st, Our Father's Fools, which is a great new band that has come out. They're funny, they're entertaining, great lyrics, very relatable lyrics, and they do a lot of charitable work. They're going to be the opening act on July 21st, and they're opening up for Campbell and Johnston. So another great group. Christina Martin is going to be there with Kristen Martell on July 28th. Rube and Rake are going to be opening up for Rum Ragged on August the 4th. And finally, wrapping it up on August 11th, it's Fire Valley Fire with the main act of Sons of Maxwell. Going to be a great performance and a great summer lined up with that concert series. And again, it's free. If you're in the Port Hawkesbury area, drop down to Granville Street. Shows get underway at 7 o'clock each Sunday night. And if it happens to get rained out, it just moves over to the Civic Center. It never gets canceled, just they have a rain location. The Nova Scotia Summerfest is another great event that's taking place. That's coming up in Antigonish, August 16th and 17th. Great performers lined up there as well. It's going to be hosted by Anna Almeida and Ray Maddie. They are hosting the event, but on Friday the 16th, Dee Dee Austin is performing along with the East Pointers, Neon Dreams, and Joel Plaskett Emergency. So that should be a great evening. And then there's going to be a rock night out on August the 17th. Slow Coaster, Elise Aaron, Honeymoon Suite, and Kim Mitchell. They're all lined up to be playing during that festival. So that's some of the performances and events that are going on. Just want to remind people that the 2024 Pembroke Music Bluegrass Festival and concert is taking place. That's in Upper Stewiacke, Nova Scotia, between July 13th and the 16th. And the Folk Harbor Music Festival is taking place in Lunenburg between August 8th and 11th with main stage performer Joel Plaskett, the Ennis Sisters, Charlie Acord, Kelly Loader, Mo Kenny, Sherry Ryan, and many more. You can get a full schedule at folkharbor.com. That's my wrap on Entertainment Weekly here from East Coast Hour. Hope you enjoyed, and I'd love to hear from you. If there's something more that you'd like to share as Sean and I get together to talk about East Coast entertainment, just go to my Facebook page, East Coast Hour. There's a link in there for you to be able to add in your information about what's going on with you as an East Coast artist.
And so the important part for people to know about this is that you and I have discussed. I mean, you've got your finger on the pulse of that, obviously, with all the things that you do. And we just decided, my audience needs more flavor. You're trying to build an audience. Match made in heaven. So this is what we're going to do. Just quickly, for me, it's very positive, and it's very exciting that there's so many festivals now taking place this summer.
Mm-hmm. It is there, and I've only touched on a few. There's so many more.
I'd like to whip out a couple. Riverfest is no longer going to happen this year, but there's Far Out Fest down in Meteghan in July. There's the Wharf Rats Rally, which is in the end of August. I'm taking part with Michelle Ryder and Side Hustle Trunk 7, which is in Porter's Lake. They do it out there. It's a great festival. Dave Roberts and his crew. And oh, we're doing another one. It's at Fox Mountain, which is it's for a motorcycle club. They do a big, huge fundraiser in the summertime. All kinds of stuff on the go, Chuck. And just so everybody knows, this is going to be a weekly thing. So if you want to hear, or there's somebody that we're missing, and I'll say Chuck's missing, but I'll take the responsibility for it too. Get a hold of myself or get a hold of Chuck, and we will definitely get it on the Rimshots with Sean / East Coast Hour with Chuck Boudreau, and actually we'll call it the East Coast Minute and a Half, but we'll get it on there. Anything else, Chuck, before we wrap?
No, Sean, I think that's it. And I look forward to getting together with you next week.
Peace, my brother. We'll talk to you then.
Bye now.